He's way better at dragging out like small.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Hot of the Line. Today we've got JR on as a guest. Sorry we're a little bit late. We had, hopping in right as the time is coming on, like Badel, like usual, and apparently JR style too. And then Badel had to go pee, so hitting the Shuby bucket. If you got those Shuby buckets, drop them in the chat. But we are going to continue the conversation we've been having. Different angle for today. JR is more of a trader. Before we get into it all, though, for anyone that doesn't know JR, you want to give them an introduction? Let them know where to find you and what you do?
I'm JR. I have a trading community called The Art of Crypto. I like to push buttons. Yeah, I don't know. I leverage trade, kind of degenish. Yeah, super chill, low leverage, small size, and I have a YouTube channel, The Art of Crypto, and I go live twice a day, pre-New York and Asia Open every day, Monday to Friday, at The Art of Crypto.
Yeah, it's all over his background, if you didn't know. So, So I know I gave you a little bit of a teaser of what the show was about, and I know your answer was a little bit different than a bunch of the answers we've gotten. We've gotten that, crypto should probably work to replace the aspects of life that we already have, like making applications or working with institutions to make it where people are using crypto and they don't even know they're using crypto. Your answer was a little bit different about how crypto projects end up, kind of forcing these people to have adoption, or making it where this is really the best option for you. And what was your answer? Because I thought it was quite interesting.
My answer. Oh yeah. So I think they already are. I think they're doing it right now. It's not my job to create blockchains and put like grocery store stuff and stuff on the blockchain. Or I think it'd be cool to use the blockchain to keep politicians accountable, like to show a transparent of how they spend money on the budget and stuff. And anyone could log on to the blockchain and see exactly where our tax money went. I think that'd be really cool. And I think hundreds of millions of people worldwide own crypto already. I think major institutions hold and offer crypto exposure already. And stable coins are already used for cross-border transfers. And governments are increasingly creating regulatory frameworks instead of ignoring crypto. And they're creating reserves and stuff. And planning to integrate it into society more and more. So I think they're doing everything they need to I think it is being adopted worldwide already. I just think people that know more details about it are probably working on more detailed things about it. But I do think it's happening. And I forget, was it El Salvador or somewhere? They accepted it. Yeah, El Salvador. They use it as legal tender already. And I know in Canada here, I've seen ATMs, Bitcoin ATMs and stuff. I figured that was it was a big leap, though, for it to be accessible to like an old lady walking by being like, oh, I'm going to buy some Bitcoin. She puts in her extra laundry money or whatever and grabs a little slip. And she's like, no, I got Bitcoin. Like, it just makes it easier for people to get at who don't understand the computers and the interwebs as much. So I thought that was a big jump. And I know professional institutional traders and stuff that used to scoff at it and laugh at it and not consider it a real asset. They wouldn't consider holding it for at all, not even a day, or trading it. they're now actively holding it for swing trades, day trades, and long-term investments, which is huge compared to like 2016 or something, right? So I think it's well on its way.
Well, and I would agree in some aspects, because it's like when you really break it on down, crypto is held by 3% of the population. So like we're still a massive minority. And we have seen some big moves forward, or you bring up several good points with governments and things like that. I still think there's just big hurdles, because like every time I bring up crypto with people, like, oh, isn't that internet money scam token stuff? And I think that's the big hurdle that crypto really needs to get past. And that's kind of why I want to have the conversation. Like with the everyday person, what are we looking at for crypto to, instead of you looking at it as the funny internet token or the dog coin or the thing that my grandma bought that rugged grandma, all of these negative things we've heard, or looking at FTX, where that made a whole lot of people never want to touch crypto again. What do we do to get past all this? And I think we've taken great steps with the more adoption with governments and stable coin legislation, kind of making it clear. But I still think the average person needs an extra push. And as a trader, I'm sure you might have a different idea.
Yeah. Oh, what up, Badel?
Well, can I say one thing?
Yeah, say a bunch of things.
I was to say, like, I feel like, say, a year or two ago, when we were coming out of, like, obviously what was the bull run, and, like, say, Solana, for example, I'll put them in quotes. Like, there was so many meme coins coming out. And I feel that was on a lot of networks, was the meme coins. And a lot of people made a lot of money. A lot of people lost a lot of money. Some people, broke even or made a little money. Maybe they lost a little bit of money. And it's like, but now that we're like, I feel, in my opinion, the full-fledged bear market, like now is the time to buy and build. Like, you don't hear about these meme coin millionaires every day like you did 2, 3, 45 years ago, because that was a bull market. Now we're in the bear market, I feel, and all these meme coins are just, they're not doing anything. Nobody's creating on them because there's no hype. I mean, like when we get back into the bull market again, whenever that comes, it will be soon, hopefully, but we'll see. We'll still see that influx of the meme coins. But
Dave
at the same time, it's like
adults are.
But at the same time, it's like it'd be nice to just go to the grocery store and swipe your card and use Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever crypto that you would like to use.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know you can now at certain places, but
well,
it'd be nice
and that's more
adapted.
That's more on a card end, because you can already use the Coinbase card and go pay with Bitcoin or Ethereum or USDC. You can pick which one you kind of want to use and then get rewards in crypto. But like, I think more what you're talking about is coming in there and being like, okay, well, I'm not using my Visa card. I'm just using crypto.
What isn't the Coinbase card like a Visa card though too? Like doesn't have the Visa logo and everything on there? Like
all of them are Visa.
Like you're not actually spending your Bitcoin, you're converting your Bitcoin automatically to USDC to send it to the QR code that you went to. So like when I was in Nashville, 2 years ago, almost 2.5 years ago for the Bitcoin conference, like there was fans that like, hey, just send us your Bitcoin. It would be like 3,000 Satoshis or 30,000 Satoshis, whatever. You scan the QR code and you send it to them. But I don't know. To me, like, I like Bitcoin, but the problem with me is it's so slow. Like, oh yeah, I received the transaction, but I won't actually get that Bitcoin for like 30, maybe 45 minutes. Because there the internet's so slow because there's so many people doing it that it's like, oh yeah, it may take 4 or 5 hours.
I think that'll speed up with the institutions and the Clarity Act and all this stuff and the government's backing it and stuff. I think that'll speed up because you'll have a bank account or an account of some sort that'll say, oh, this guy has a bunch of Bitcoin. And then you'll be able to use that account or card or whatever, and they'll back it. It'll be like, oh, he can buy stuff this fast because we know he has it, you know? Whereas now, if it's just peer-to-peer, they have to make sure you got it.
Yep. So, I mean, like, there is some slow aspects to it, and it just depends what project. Because it's like, if I was to pay you with Solana, you'd have it in like 2 seconds.
Pretty quick.
It really just depends on what you want to use, which is like no different than being like, oh, well, I tapped my little card. It kind of does the little verification for a few seconds to like make sure that the money's actually in your bank account, and then it just lets them know that you're good to go. It doesn't actually complete the transaction at that point. But like the big difference for the crypto is it could actually complete the whole transaction at that point. Instead of it being like, oh, yeah, we verified that you're good to go. It's like, boom, you actually have your money in hand. So if you had to like buy inventory that night, you could buy the inventory that night. It's not all on credit, you know? So that's why I think that like there's still a ways to go with the whole crypto space. You know, we could add POS systems for your everyday convenience.
Hey, we call it a POS.
You know, point of sale for those that don't know.
Got you.
Point of sale systems where it's all just running on crypto, and you complete the transaction at that point, and you're good to go. And the store has its money, and if it needs to buy something right then, you know, you put it in, and the supplier has their money right then and there. We could slowly get the world off of this like debt-based system that it's on. Everything would just be running at normal speed. You know, if I do a transaction, you have your money, I have my product.
Yeah. And to touch on your point before it's totally gone here earlier, when you're talking about how people with the rugs and what was it, FTMO or something?
FTX.
Yeah, FTX. And all that stuff. In crypto's defense, there's been plenty of pyramid schemes and money schemes with paper money too, counterfeiting schemes. Like poopy people are gonna do poopy things no matter what thing they're dealing with. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, it might have a bad rap, but I think it's just like losers are gonna do losery stuff with money or gold or crypto or anything.
Well, I mean, there's still pyramid schemes going on nowadays.
Look at the government.
I'm not going to say names, but like candle companies, perfume and makeup for women, you know, the timeshare companies. Like, I'm not going to say they're all pyramid schemes, but they're pretty much on the 90% to 100% pyramid scheme line. And they're still going.
Yeah, I mean, but like the big difference is that like these are already institutions that you know. So it's like, well, we use the dollar even though we know that it's a depreciating asset and that you're forced at the point of a gun to basically pay your taxes and all this. Like, but we have faith in it. It gives us some sort of protection. Whereas in the whole crypto industry as a whole is affected by every single negative story, and it doesn't have the point of a gun to enforce anything. Whereas in like, we literally have to have the trust of the people for any of this to work. That was the whole point of crypto. Trust, but trustless. And that's the big difference.
But I feel like we kind of hit on that same topic last week with Billy. It's like some people are just set in their ways. Like when you go to the grocery store and you see that old lady or old man in front of you that whips out a checkbook, and not give the cashier a check because that register will automatically fill out the check. No, they got to sit there and hand write it because that's what they're comfortable with. Like a couple weeks ago at a funeral, I talked to my uncle. He's been in the banking industry his whole life. He retired as a president of a bank. And I asked him, I was like, what do you think about crypto still? He's like, nope, don't do it. And he's like, well, how have you been on crypto? And I was like, well, it's been about 6 years since I saw you. I was like, actually, the first couple of years I made pretty good money. And I got a lot of people that know a lot about trading that it makes me want to get into trading. He's like, oh, you got to be careful with trading crypto. I was like, yeah, I know the leverage, this, that, and the other. But I was like, it's the same thing as trading the stock.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
You have enough stock that, you're good. You're set for the rest of your life, but you got no kids, you got no wife, you got nobody that will take your proceeds. Like, I'm just trying to make myself a little bit more money and enjoy life. And I'm like, I get it, like swing trades and leverage and all that. Like, it's kind of like way over my head at that point, but I mean, that's kind of why I'm scared to get into trading, because you can either make a lot or lose a lot.
I mean, trading's not for everyone.
With a buck too. People don't get that. Everyone thinks, like, I thought this when I started trading too, which sucks because I lost a ton of money thinking this. But so I thought, oh, bull run, oh, candles moving, oh, I don't want to miss it. FOMO, fear of missing out, right? I don't want to miss these juicy gains, these juicy moves. But it's like I had a lot to learn in hindsight, a lot, and I still have plenty to learn. But I could have practiced with 50-cent trades, $1 trades for my first year or two before I even thought about putting any of my like long-term savings or whole assets or anything on the line. And yeah, people need to realize that you don't need to spend a bunch of money to get comfortable doing something new.
No. We got a bunch of people that have showed up and was gonna bring up their names. We can say hi real quick.
Yeah,
they're finally hopping in the chat. We saw a few of them. We've got Trade Intuition in here. We've got Mining Stocks always here. Loco for Crypto, aka Donato Cabrera. Trade Intuition. Don't know this name. Never seen it before, but MLB B guys. So
nice.
Montserrat Flores in here as well, and Landon Sellers. So thanks everyone for joining. We got about 15 people lurking in the background as well. So thanks for showing on up. But
well, you forgot Dave Digital. Come on.
No, I said Dave Digital earlier. He was making fun of us because there's no adults in the room.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I'll admit I'm kind of a degen.
No,
I should be 40 feet up.
Right here, though.
I'm an adult in disguise.
No, yeah. CCM is not here today. He had some stuff going on with family. So the adult is not in the room. But you were getting into some aspects talking about trading, which is a big part of why you're even in crypto at all, and how you kind of started your journey. But what other aspects to crypto are you kind of looking forward to besides just being like, I clicked this button and it made me a bunch of money?
I got into crypto long-term holding because I had fractions of cents in an account from when I was younger on Silk Road and stuff. So I had fractions of Bitcoin in an account in Kraken, and I didn't touch it for 10 years. And then I thought it was gone, right? But I was like, I want to buy some crypto because I saw Bitcoin went up. I zoomed out and looked at the long-term chart, and it was like the S&P or whatever, right? It just kind of went up, right? So I was like,
Did he freeze?
Yeah, he froze. I think that's what a lot of people say, or they do, like maybe as like their first instinct to Bitcoin is look at the chart, zoom out, and then you just see like the steady increase of Bitcoin over the years.
Yep. No, that's definitely. I'm sorry. I had to clip him real quick. I just took a screenshot of him like this, like looking like the thinking man statue. If JR refreshes, I'm gonna shoot him a message real quick.
If you can hear this dog in the background, I'm about to go out there and mute myself and yell at this motherfucking homeowner. I'm so tired of these dogs in this neighborhood. They just yip yap and howl all freaking day.
Dogs do what dogs do.
Well, yeah, but when you have like 12 or 15 dogs, like control them. Like I don't want to come out at 5 o'clock in the morning here and yep, 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 yep. You know, like we're not allowed to have chickens, but yet I hear a rooster every morning also, and it's like, come on.
Dogs will be dogs. It's like kids will be kids. You know, the dogs are gonna dog. You know,
that's why I don't own dogs. Because they have a shock collar around their mouth around their neck every time. Every time they open their mouth, shock.
See, and this is the difference. You think that they are people and dogs are dogs. That's how they talk. Let's see if JR can hop back on. I'm gonna send him his screenshot real quick because I got him like this, and it's a great little screenshot for him. He can use it on his thumbnail. But let's see. He thinks it's my internet. It's 100% his internet.
Well, I mean, we're in America. We're fine. He's in Canada, and he's in the igloo. But he also did say in chat what he did kind of hint at. So maybe they were just like, nope. You said those 3-letter words or those 3 words. Now we're going to cut you off.
Well, we'll see if he joins back up. But while we wait on him, you know, we get kind of brought up a little bit of trading, and that's kind of what started a whole bunch of people's journeys. And we will see. Let's see. Oh, it says he doesn't have internet at all, so they rugged him. So I guess we will see if he gets some more internet. If they graciously up there in Canada give him his internet back, but if not, I don't know. You have stuff to do. We might have to reschedule this one and come back at it.
The not financial advice banner real quick.
Yeah, hold on. Didn't pay his bill.
You don't know. I've had that happen. I'm like, oh shit, I'm like 20 minutes, 30 minutes early to the stream. And I'm like, shit, I don't have internet. I'm like, what's going on? I contacted them. They're like, oh yeah, your internet shut off. You didn't pay it. I'm like, oh, okay. Here's the payment.
Oh, look, it looks like he's back. They gave you your internet back.
Dude, bro, I shouldn't have mentioned the government, man. They're on top of that down here.
Well, yeah, it is Canada. You know, they shut down trucker strikes and seize people's money, which is you know, a big point of why crypto is important.
Yeah, but
they'll seize that too.
But
I mean, they'll try.
Canada also stopped the Bitcoin transactions and all crypto transactions. Well, I say all, but I know they stopped like Bitcoin, Ethereum transactions from the US to anybody in Canada. Right?
No. So what they did is they went with these centralized institutions and stopped it that way. Because you can't stop the actual, you know, but a miner from completing the block, or you can't stop me as a node operator from validating that transaction actually happened. What you can do is force a centralized exchange to not give the people their money.
So I'm going to assume if I had a Tangem wallet I'm just gonna
Mhm.
throw a tangent out there. And JR had another wallet, Tangem, whatever, that I could still send him the Bitcoin. It's just, I think that
Yeah.
would be okay
Yeah.
because it's the KYC's exchanges were taken out of the picture.
Mhm.
So I mean, there's always ways around it.
And I mean,
But
like the other thing that the governments have done is kind of like try to work with these miners to blacklist certain addresses because it's like this is a terrorist address, but at the it kind of isn't that hard to get around because you're like, oh look, I just made a new wallet.
or a
So,
VPN. Oh, I live in this
but
state, but I can't gamble online. Guess what? Let me
but that
download
has nothing to do with
VPN.
it's the actual wallet that they so your wallet address never changes. So
Right.
they'll try to blacklist certain wallet addresses, and that only works as long as the miners say that yes, we'll blacklist that. Which I mean, for now they've kind of done that, trying to get government adoption, which like at the end of the day, who really needs the government adoption? Who needs the green light from the government? We are crypto.
Because they want to see Bitcoin go from 120 to
Mm.
250, 300K.
But like, but crypto's more than just that, you know? Like for some people, crypto is just, oh, I bought Bitcoin and I want the price to go up. But crypto is a digital revolution saying that your government system of money is broken, which is written on the first block of Bitcoin. And we are no longer saying that we are going to leave our entire lives in the system that you've built and we are going to take control of our assets. That's what it was all about. And I know in some ways we've gotten away from it, and crypto is now more of a technology and it's a way to make money. But you have seen more in this latest push where that crypto is a technology is starting to come back, where you've seen them bring up voting. Whereas in like we've been voting on blockchains for a while. If you're staking crypto, you can vote. But now they're trying to move towards things where I know Charles Hoskins talked about the same thing that JR brought in the very beginning, where you can vote on the blockchain and this is your government vote and you can kind of see what is happening with your tax dollars. That's what I mean by crypto as a technology, and it's a revolution.
Bitcoin is going up before the government got involved, though, right?
Exactly.
Like people are gonna buy it no matter what. Like it's gonna go up. I'd say it's a little suppressed, even maybe since they got into it.
Mm-hmm. And that's just because, here's the thing. It's been suppressed because a lot of the people that were just sitting here like, I've been holding Bitcoin for 10 years, you now have someone that's willing to scoop it up. Whereas in like before, you might not have. So it's like if I've been holding, say, 10,000 Bitcoin for 10 years, and I wasn't always guaranteed that I was going to get this sale, like maybe the centralized exchange isn't going to buy it. So I can't technically sell it. Now there's a steady, willing buyer. You've got all of these banking institutions and governments trying to buy it on up. But it's so much more than that. They're trying to hold it as like a scarce asset. And I don't care about that. I care about the technology being adopted and the average person no longer ever being screwed by a fiat dollar again, or having to touch Visa and MasterCard, who can tell you that actually we don't approve of your transaction and you can't use our institutions. Like that to me is more what crypto is about. That the average person can do what they want and they have the freedom to do what they want and no one can tell them no. Like Monero did it. They tried to blacklist Monero. Monero never shut down. In fact, that actually made them stronger because they proved that you didn't need government approval to continue to have Monero function.
Well, see, and here's my problem with the number one crypto, Bitcoin, is you have all these people say out there, buy and hodl, price go up. Okay, but what does that do for the economy? Nothing, because nobody's using it. Nobody's transferring. Nobody's buying stuff. Nobody's selling it. Nobody's doing this. Everybody's just buying it. Well, yes, obviously the price will go up because it's a limited supply.
Digital gold.
But if you're not buying and using it, then what's the point? Like, oh, I'm just going to buy this to sit on it. What's the point?
Well,
oh, yeah, money go up. Yeah, but like if there's a use case and people are starting to use it, that would also help the economy a little bit better of being able to actually use it rather than just buying it and sitting on it.
So that'd be the same thing as like, what's the point of buying gold then?
Yeah, it's exactly the same as gold.
It's
sitting on it makes the value go up too, right? Because if people didn't want it to keep it, it would be worth less.
Mm-hmm.
Like if it was like, I don't want to keep this garbage.
But I feel, no,
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying though. It needs to be like used. You're saying, right?
Yeah,
I mean, I think you're asking for something from Bitcoin that Bitcoin is not. Whereas in like it is widely agreed upon in the crypto space that Bitcoin is not your peer-to-peer asset. Bitcoin is your store of value. The way that fiat is our peer-to-peer transfer of value, and gold would be your storage of asset, your store of value.
But you can go to anybody and give them a shaving of gold or an eighth of an ounce or whatever, and they'd be willing to accept that. But you can't quite do that with Bitcoin.
You can with anyone that's willing to accept it.
Well, I mean, I guess it goes both ways. Like, there's places that will accept Bitcoin, there's places that will accept gold and silver,
and there's people that'll accept it, and there's people that are like, I would rather have money. Like some people won't take gold. If you're like, here's some gold, can I have your vehicle? They'd be like, give me money.
Exactly. So it's like the asset is only worth what someone is willing to pay for it. But at the end of the day, this is a different. Right now, crypto is a parallel economy to our TradFi system. You've also got, I don't know if you preppers and things like that, where gold is a parallel economy and silver is a parallel economy to our TradFi system. How do we make more of the crypto economy the traditional system? And the traditional system, how does that go away? Does it ever go away? Do we get to a point where that's gone?
Crypto, you need internet for the most part. As gold, silver, fiat money, all that is tangible hand to hand. I can't hand you a thousandth or a millionth of a Bitcoin, face to face, or whatever item we're exchanging.
I mean, there are ways to have the same thing happen where it's like, okay, well, here is an off-chain transaction where I tapped, and we talked about this with LBC, whereas it's like I tap my phone to yours, an off-chain transaction happens, and then like with Bitcoin, you don't need the internet, you just need radio signals. So, I mean, gold has its leg up on that, whereas it's an actual physical, tangible asset. But the fiat system doesn't run without the internet either. This is all just ones and zeros. 97% of the dollars in the system don't exist. It's just a 1 and a 0 in a computer system.
But at the same time, though, how much fake gold is out there already?
Exactly. And there's no such thing as fake Bitcoin.
Whatever website, buy a quarter ounce of gold for a said price. You get it, you take it to the jeweler, you have it graded, and they're like, oh, you paid $300 for this. Guess what? I'll give you $20 because it's worth $25 because it's fake.
Yep. Well, it's
like all over the internet too. So it's like,
but that's where crypto really has its leg up. Is you don't need a third party validator, the same way that you don't need a third party validator with the with like you do with the TradFi system. So like that's why crypto is that revolution. And to kind of think of more ways where it's like, okay, we kind of need the internet, but we also don't need the internet. All you need is a radio signal to run Bitcoin. And people don't really know that. Like it runs on the radio too. So as long as you can send a signal out, it's fine. And say something happens down here where we don't have the internet for 10 years and you can't send radio signals for some reason. There's literally a storage of Bitcoin, the ledger of Bitcoin up on the International Space Station, or on like they put one in space.
And don't they have underground ones too and stuff? Like in vaults?
So sure. I mean, there's plenty of workarounds. Where
the underground ledger would probably be like a coldware wallet or something like that.
Yeah, it's like a lead vault.
Because obviously it's underground, so it's not going to get any signal. But I mean, that's like if you put your Bitcoin node wallet on a hard drive, like a spinning disk hard drive or an SSD or an NVMe, put it on there, you send your Bitcoin to it and you unplug it, you put it in your safe.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of the same thing, right? Like,
yeah, or a lead box.
It needs a computer to get back to where it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, it just needs to update to what is current. So, like, that's what I'm saying. It runs on radio too, and that's how they're updating a lot of these bigger ones, where it's like, okay, in space, it doesn't need the internet; it just needs the radio signal. It travels at a slower speed, but it also like updates continuously. There's tons of workarounds for that. It's not physical and things like that. And I think that's a big part of what the crypto space needs too. Where it's like, instead of it being like, okay, well, we need these big institutions, where it's like, hey, JR, I wanna send you this thing and you need to pay me for it. We're meeting up in person. You touch your phone to mine and boom, paid, the same way that they have with like tap pay with Apple or Google. You know, tap your phone, boom, you're good to go. But instead of it being a TradFi system where we now need a third-party validator, we just know that it's good and I already have my funds. Whereas instead with the system they have, they could roll that transaction back and, oh, well, I already gave you the item, and then you're like, oh, well, that person scammed me. They roll it back and boom, you no longer have your money. And that happens with Cash App all the time. Or happens with PayPal all the time.
Well, the person has the goods and then they complain and then they get their money back. So now they have the goods and the money, and you as the seller are out 100%.
Exactly.
Actually 200% because you lost the item and the money.
Exactly. So
plus the transaction fee or whatever, but
so that's what I'm saying.
To me, like I don't like that tap to pay, because that means that your card or your info is on your phone, and like anybody can just walk by. Almost, I'm not gonna say anybody, but scammers or whatever could just walk by, bump into you, get all your info. I mean, it happens every day, but
it's easier to have that happen with your card in your wallet, though, as opposed to on your phone. On your phone, you actually have to activate the NFC. The NFC is not just always going.
Yeah, but I mean,
the biggest thing about it,
like a SIM swap, though. I mean, we've heard about SIM swaps before. Couldn't that be easily done with a SIM swap?
That's two-factor authentication. The SIM swap is for two-factor authentication with something like a centralized exchange, not like I hold this crypto on my actual hard device and I tap paid. I tap my phone to yours and I just moved the assets that were on my device to your device.
Yeah, SIM swaps for like text access, not that chip you're talking about access.
Yeah. So that's what there's a ton of things where, especially as someone that's just going to be using it as money, that features that we could slowly add. And I think that's something that like JR was getting at, is they're already doing a bunch of these things. I just think there's more that they could do that would actually like force someone to be like, okay, well, like why would I use Visa when I could just use this, and I actually have the money, and I can't get rolled back as like I'm a eBay seller type thing, and you paid me with PayPal, which it happens a lot. You know, people get paid with PayPal, and then because you click goods and services or something on PayPal, now I can say that this person never actually provided the good and service, even though they did, and PayPal rolls that back on them.
Isn't world adoption kind of taking that away from us? Like, isn't the original peer-to-peer Bitcoin thing, isn't that the closest we can get to actually just using it person to person without having any regulation or any third party being like, oh no, that doesn't count because this guy said this or that person said this? Like now with world adoption and all these institutions and everyone getting into it, isn't that kind of making it just like a digital money that someone can interfere with still? You know? Isn't that we're getting further away from it, kind of?
Mm-hmm. It's all digital money. It's been that way for 10, 15, maybe.
No, I mean money in the sense where the banks and the government controls it, though. Like where they have an influence on it. Like world adoption is them getting their freaking foot in the door and mucking with it.
That's probably why Bitcoin and or any other crypto hasn't been worldwidely adopted. Because the governments want to get their take or their percentage of it.
That's what I mean. No one's gonna accommodate all of us for free. Oh, I'm a really nice rich billionaire. I'm gonna set up a system that makes this easier for you guys just for fun. Like it already got set up so that we could do transactions peer to peer. That's as close as we'll get. Like,
I feel a lot of us have to pay capital gains taxes on our crypto if we buy it within a certain period of time, and they've set some limits on like lower levels and probably mid level and probably high level. But I mean, as a trader, which I'm not, like, if you pay a third of your capital gains and taxes, are you really even making that much money?
But that's only if you sell it.
Well, I mean, that's what a trader does. A trader buys and sells, right?
Yeah, but like
so every time you sell, you lose a third to taxes.
As long as we're a citizen, in a country, we're gonna have to give away 30% on our gains.
So now, like that dollar needs to be like $5, so then you can actually make like $2 or $3. So then it pushes you to like trade more. Then you end up paying more, and then if you make so much every month or week or year, then you're in a higher tax bracket, and it's like it's all stupid paperwork.
Like
shit.
That's why I'm saying it's more than just a trading thing, though. That's what I'm trying to. That's what I'm trying to get at. Is it's not just like right now in its early infancy, which is the same way that we saw with like. When America first started out, there was hundreds of different monies, and people played this game that they're playing with crypto right now with the first dollars that were in the American system. They played around, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna triage this, and it's worth more over here, so I'm gonna use this dollar, and like all sorts of things. But eventually, the best technology is gonna win out. We might have several because, this is a global thing, but there's more to this than just internet money, dollar go up.
Yeah, but even to his point, making money in any way, shape, or form in the country you live in is going to get taxed 30%. Exactly. You go mow a lawn with your feet in a lawnmower. As soon as you claim it as like an income, they're going to take a piece.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, I know you're not talking about that, though. You're talking about using it day to day, peer to peer.
Which I think that's the only way that we're really going to get adoption. Is it's like, okay, we're going to have some adoption with people trading it. Like, cool, you bought the ETF. You don't actually use crypto or own crypto, but like, about the system now. But if we could get Walmart to create a system where you are now using crypto without knowing you're using crypto, or Sam's Club, or say your local gas station branch, whatever it is regionally, they now use crypto to say communicate with each other, and we're now using crypto to buy from the supplier, and you pay them in crypto, and everything is not on a debt-based system. You kind of slowly fix your economy. Instead of it being everything is at 2% inflation, so you have to spend your money, then
unless they just use stable coins that they can mine and make more. And that's probably what it'll be too, because like Bitcoin, it's like a fluctuating asset, right? So I couldn't see, no one will want to spend it if the asset's going down. Right? No, you're not going to want to buy nothing with it. But if they make the stable coin, people will spend the stable coin anytime, right? But then the stable coin's just as shady as the money was.
Well, exactly. I mean, I think what you're talking about, JR, is the CBDC, the central bank digital currency. It's pretty much a stable coin that all banks use, or each bank may have its own, but they can interact with each other because everything is a stable coin. It's worth $1.
Yeah.
It never changes from $1. So I feel what you're talking about is like a CBDC.
See, and
or USDT or USDC, all the stable coins. Yeah. They make more of them when they need them. It's shady. It's just like dollars.
We got LBC in the house, drop those waves in the chat. If you're not following LBC, you definitely need to be. We also got Wick Rider Ned in the house. And B Team Crypto in here as well. Thanks for joining. They said they're all coming in here from the Ninja Gang.
I was like, we got the whole Ninja Gang in here at almost at this point. This guy,
I don't know how to say his name.
I don't know his name. I know JR does, but the fact that he can tag me in the mornings or on any JR streams, and like what he tags me and what he says is like what he says, then tag me and then his name. I'm like, dude, I don't understand how you get everything like backwards, because that's how it is on YouTube. And I'm like, I don't know who this guy is.
It's because their language goes in a different direction.
Oh, Rashad.
Is that Rashad?
Rashad does that. Rashad's chats come up like that.
Pull it back up. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if that's Rashad.
No, that's not Rashad. That's what I was like. I can't.
I'm assuming it must be Rashad, but
no.
It's like when he tags me and stuff in the mornings or at night when I get on JR stream, I'm like, how does this guy get everything like backwards but in the correct order? Like,
so it's because it's country.
Yeah, it's because their language reads the opposite direction. That's why. So he's
what
doing
country
it.
Is he in? Because I want to put my VPN over there.
Afghan.
Yeah. I'm not sure that that's how it works, though, because you'd still be typing in English.
Try it out.
I've never used a VPN. Doesn't hurt to try.
Rashad types in English, though.
Yeah, I mean, yes, but no. Because I think what he does is he types it in his and has it translate.
Nice.
So I'm not totally sure, though. What was going on? The chat was going.
Crypto Bizzle, Badels. Yeah.
Crip Dizzle, Badizzle.
Yeah, they were making fun of
definitely me tonight.
But like you guys brought up stable coins, and I'm not a big fan of stable coins because of the fact that it makes everyone still think in dollars. Yeah. And we don't need to think in dollars. We just need to think of like, how do we value, at what point do we value this crypto asset? How much is it worth to us? Are we willing to spend 0.0001 Bitcoin to buy your, say, pack of cigarettes or whatever?
Yeah. Change your paradigm.
And that's how it needs to go. And if we can get stable coins out of the way, a lot of as crypto matures, it's going to be more stable. And instead of it being like, I need to spend this Bitcoin because 2% inflation and it's going to be worth less, you're just thinking,
we're going into the bear market.
I can buy whatever I want when I need to, and it doesn't need to be worth less and forcing the economy to grow. The economy will naturally have its boom and bust. Everything can run on crypto. I can send my information over in crypto. I can send whatever in crypto. You know, it can all be built on crypto.
So my opinion on that, JR, do you have anything to add real quick?
Join Piper Academy. I got to go live in like 1 minute on my channel.
All right. So my opinion on the stable coins is it's kind of like the meme coins. Everybody that made a bunch of money don't want stable coins because they want to be able to make money. Everybody that lost money or lost a shitload of money, they want a stable coin because then they want to buy it and know that it's still worth $1. No matter when they bought it, when they sell it, whatever, it's still worth $1. So I feel the people that want more of a stable coin are probably the people that lost money in the meme coin or crypto or stocks or whatever. The people that want the stable coins are the people that lost money, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, there's other reasons for it, but I guess we do need to wrap it up because JR goes live in just a minute. So you gotta anything you want to leave the people with, and we will wrap this one up. And I guess we will see y'all next week for another one of these with I believe Trade Intuition is going to be here.
Yep, G.I. Joe next week.
No, just thanks for having me. I appreciate you guys, and I hope everyone has a great week. And yeah, don't stop pushing buttons. Good morning, Jesse.
Yep. So everyone, if you're not following The Art of Crypto, his links should be in the description. So he is going live here in just a second. I'm gonna send this to the outro. That way we can just get right over there. So
do we have the redirect set up, or
I can't do it because I'm not CCM. So
well, can we wait a minute? Hey, JR, can you put your link in chat?
Yep.
I should be able to do it too.
Yeah, I'm already clicking on it, but
I don't know if I'm a mod though.
You can put it in the private chat at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Jesse says links in the description, so I can always.
Yeah, I can grab it from there too.
Here, I got the channel. Sharing it on all of them. JR is going live. Let me set up our outro real quick, and then we will be good to send y'all over. So, JR, if you got to hop out of here and hop over there, you can head on out. I appreciate you showing on up today. Join us next week for Trade Intuition and having more of this discussion because, you know, I think crypto needs a lot going on to kind of help with the adoption wave. So we will see y'all next week.
Appreciate it.
See ya.
See you guys. Let's dance our way out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Screens glow. Timeline scream. Same fear. Different day. Lock in. Huddle the line. Don't blink, don't fold. Hands stay steady when the stories get old. Charts go wild, but the pace is fine. Mindset, grounded, battle calm. BC breaking down the noise. Hold the line. Yeah, we ride that grind through the fear, through the foot, through the echo chamber signs. They panic, sell. We design the climb. Hold the line. Yeah. Hold the line. Old school charts in a new age storm. Seen cycles born, seen cycles torn. Zoomed out vision. Long-term frame while the feed chases candles. He studies the game. Macro whispers, history rhymes. Patience weaponized over time. No panic button, no rush to speak. Just facts stacking up week by week. They trade emotion, we trade belief. Time does the work if the thesis breathes.